So this is day 24. Day 24.
It's not silent. I'm sending you a link. I don't know if this is really it.
That's Miss Kolias speaking in the background, just for you guys to.
Are you recording something?
Yep. And she's still talking, so I apologize for the rudeness. It's okay. She doesn't know. So, number one, write a possible solution for the inequality. So a possible solution, okay, and let's graph this. Okay, horrible line, but 8, 9, 10. Oops, this is 7, not 7. So, for a little circle, is it shaded, not shaded? It's an open circle, and we want numbers that are going to be greater than 9. Let's pick a number. 1,000. Is 1,000 greater than 8? It is. And where's 1,000? On this side or this side? It's on the right side, so we want the numbers. Anything on this side of the world will fit our solution. So a solution would be 1,000, or how about 8.2? That's another solution. So many, infinite number of solutions. So the graph shows you that every number to the right of 8 will satisfy that. 5 to the 5th power is 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, and some of those 5s are invisible. And I am going to take a calculator. 2, 3, 4, 5, and that gives you 3,125. Solve for m. Again, this one, although it's an inequality, okay, you might as well do this because you're doing this next year anyway. So think of that as an equal sign. This is a multiplication. 5 times m is less than 45. So let's keep that instead of the equal sign. Multiplication, you want to do the opposite operation, which is division. Divide by 5, divide by 5. These two 5s over 5 becomes 1, or just 1m. M equals less than 9. So our solution, if we want to graph that, here's our 9, 8, 10. The circle is not shaded, and m has to be less than 9, so it has to be numbers on this side. So any number to the left satisfies that condition. So here, use distributive property. Birds attacking the pigs. 10 times 5 is 50. Don't forget the g. Plus 10 times 8 is 80, and 80k. So that's the distributive property. Next one. Number sense. Place a given integer in the lines and make the inequality correct. So this is less than this. That's less than this. So this, if you don't know, create a number line. Okay, just a basic number line. Let's put 0. We don't need any positive numbers because they're all negative. So let's start with locations. I'll make this negative 10, and let's make this negative 20. So where would negative 2 go? Negative 2 would go right about here. Negative 12 as you're walking, negative 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, negative 11, negative 12. So negative 12 would be right about here. And negative 20 is here. So remember I told you in class the number to the right is always the biggest one. So the negative 2 is the biggest number. Negative 12 is the number in the middle. Negative 20 is the smallest one. So in order, we would write negative 20 is less than negative 12, which is less than negative 2. How far apart are 4 and negative 4? Well, negative 4 is here. 4 is here. How far apart? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're 8 spaces away. What number is represented by C? Where's C? I think this is C right here. Okay, that's 0, that's 2. Let's locate 1. So 1 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 is here. Okay, so there's 5 space on this side, 5 this. So you're dividing 1 into 5 pieces. So 1 1/5, 1 2/5, 1 3/5. You can go like this by fifths. Or if you know that 1/5, you can go 1.2. And this would be 1.4. This would be 1.6. You got 2 choices. Let's go back to one that I forgot. Purchase soda for 0.8, a hamburger paid. So here your cost, 0.80. Hamburger is 3.25. You add this up, your total cost end up being 4,045. And if you subtract that from 5, you go 5. There's no decimal. Add a decimal, 2 zeros. You got 0.95 cents back in change. Okay. And let's go to our next section. Ratios and proportions. So 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters. How many kilometers are in 8,562.3? So set up 1 kilometer, the same thing as 1,000 meters. And how many kilometers are then here would be 5, 6, this is kilometers by the way, meters, so here would be kilometers and meters. 8,563,85, sorry, let me just go back, 3.2. So what would be the relationship? It would be times 8.5632. So there is a relationship here. So so to go here, 1,000, how that becomes is divide by 1,000. So you would divide this by 1,000, and you would get 8.5632. Okay, what's the relation? You can remember you can do an up and down relationship. Okay, how did the 1,000 become a 1? Divide by 1,000. So here, I'm going to divide this by 1,000. If I divide 8,563.2, I get 8.5632. At some pet store, there are 50 fish, 40% have stripes. What percent of fish do not have stripes? Are you kidding me? What percent? So there are 50 fish, 40% of the fish have stripes. What percent of the fish do not have stripes? Okay, so 60%. So 40 have stripes, and 60 no stripes. That was easy. Now, how many fish have stripes? So let's do our percent proportion. 100, remember? So 40% of the fish have stripes. And how many fish do we have in total? 50. Is there a relationship here? Yes. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. So 20 fish have stripes. Okay. And I think we're almost, this was easy. Surface area, ooh, yuck. Okay, so let's do this. Surface area, remember, this is a triangular prism. Triangular prism is made up of, and let's draw this, 1, 2, okay, very ugly, and let's start with those two. So there's 2 triangles, and the triangle here, and I'll shade it, is this, okay? And the numbers that we want to use for our triangle are 3 here, which is the height of the triangle, and 4. So it's base times height divided by 2. 3 times 4 divided by 2. Same thing here. 3 times 4 is 12. Divided by 2 is 6 and 6. So our triangles are 6 and 6 area-wise. Let's take care of our rectangles. Let's see, I'm going to have to shade that rectangle in the back. Very ugly. Let me just go back. Let me just drag that, make that a little smaller. Okay, so I want to take care of this back wall here, that back rectangle. So the back rectangle, the 2 numbers that I'm interested in, that back rectangle, okay, is this, which is 3. I'll put a 3. And this guy here is the long side, which is the same as this one, so 8. Calculate the area of that rectangle is 3 times 8. Or 24. So that's take care of that rectangle. Let's take another rectangle. And let's take this one right here, floor. Okay, that floor rectangle, and I'll draw it here on this side. 2 numbers that are here is 4 here, that's 4. And this guy is 8. Now write it inside. 4 times 8 gives me 32. That's the area of that rectangle. Finally, we have our last rectangle. Last rectangle is the ramp, so think of the ramp here, okay? This rectangle right here. Okay. And this right here, the slant going down is 5. And this is 8. So our rectangle, dimension-wise, 5 times 8, which is 40. So there we have the area of all 3 shapes. And the surface area, you have to add them up. It's the 2 6s plus the 24 plus the 32 plus the 40. And I have no idea what that is, so let's just add it up. Clear, 6 plus 6 plus 24 plus 32 plus 40 equals 108 inches squared. Okay, easy enough. That's surface area. Stop.